Am I right or am I wrong? It's only Friday, isn't it? We may have been working all morning. Literally, I finished tutoring about 4 minutes ago, but we're live. We're back. Not played ahead quite as far as I might have been intending to. So today, we're bringing you all on a magical mystery tour of pre-season with us. There's a little bit of room in the wage budget. You're going to be spending it, and hopefully we're going to cruise our way into the weekend, having all kinds of FM fun. Let's see who's with us already. Sean Poole, bonjour mon ami, numéro un into the chat. Absolutely fabulous. We've also got Craig with us. Fabs. We've got... Who else have we got with us? We've got No Game with us. We've got Big Man on Campus. I like calling you BMOC. B-M-O-C. Charles. It was an absolute pleasure taking part in the wish list. Hopefully... some people in the chat might even have seen it. You came within a gnat's wing of winning that competition as well. You were absolutely superb. Welcome into you, Chuck. Salty B is doing unofficial cross-platform raids. You are a hero of epic proportions, Salty B. Thank you very much for that. We've got KD3 with us. We've got Soccer Scenarios with us. We've got Ed. You're absolutely right, Ed. I don't think we could take many more days in this week. We've got GB with us. We've got the Wild Man of Borneo for his salty raid, kind of. Well done, Salty B. You pulled it off. A cross-platform raid. By the way, I don't know whether this is exciting news or not. I don't even know if it's newsworthy or not. But we might not need the old cross-platform raids that much longer. I'm thinking of maybe doing an extra stream every week, but maybe trying out the old Twitch. I've been thinking about the idea, and hey, if you want to accuse me of thinking of the name first and then coming up with the concept, you go there, my friends. I'm thinking of Late Night Llama. Maybe a cheeky Friday evening, or maybe even a Saturday evening, in addition to the 3 streams that we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday over here on the YouTube. So, I don't know, I might be able to experience an actual raid. By the way, nobody get excited. I will not be able to raid anybody else. There's no way I'm going to work out what buttons to press to make that happen. But there might be some Late Night Llama raids in. I've thought of an idea, you see, Charles, Salty. I've thought of an idea. And it's a little bit out there, I will admit. But I've been watching TikToks. And there's a genre of TikToks that I've recently become addicted to. And if I tell you what it is, you're going to wonder where I'm going with Late Night Llamas. But TikTok has recently started suggesting to me lots of videos about freestyle rapping. And there is a gentleman on TikTok, I don't know, he's very famous, you might even have heard of him. He's called Harry Mack, and he's a freestyle rapper. I think the kids would say an MC, if you will. And I've been thinking about applying this principle to Football Manager. The mind boggles, I know. It's not going to involve me with a backwards baseball cap on. But Chuck's heard of him. Chuck's heard of Harry Mack. He's very, very good. Very inspirational, actually. So I was thinking about maybe bringing that to Twitch with a Football Manager twist. It's very, very difficult to explain. But yeah, I've been thinking about Late Night Llamas over on Twitch. So you never know, that could be a thing. Soccer Scenarios is thinking of streaming as well. My advice would be, Soccer Scenarios, stop thinking about it, just do it. I thought about it for 2 years before I actually did it, thinking I was too old, there'd be too many buttons to press. Both of those things turned out to be true, and yet I'm doing it anyway. So just do it, Soccer Scenarios. Just make it happen. Salty, oh my god, Late Night Llama stream would be amazing. I might have mismarketed that a little bit, Salty. I am a 43-year-old man. So when I say late, it's not like I'm starting at like 11 p.m. or anything. I was just thinking of later than my normal streams. So I was thinking of maybe like, I don't know, 8 p.m. UK time, which is late in my world. But I realise in the grand scheme of people, that's not that late. What else have we got happening? Regardless, Extra Llama sounds awesome. What would that be? That would kind of be like 3 p.m. going to like 5, 6 p.m. your time. So more of a tea time North American stream. So Chuck's heard of him. Socksnar's late Llama rap. Okay, I'm not saying I'm going to be doing a lot of rapping here. It was more like the ambience that I was going for. Chuck is a freestyle rapper yourself. It's very addictive, Chuck. When you start watching it on the old tickers and you see him going at it, as the kids would say, dropping lyrical bombs. Oh, my goodness, those people think quickly. KD3, here we go. Harry is a legend. Same as Franco Tedesco on piano while he plays tracks after listening to them on the phone. That sounds awesome as well. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, KD3, before that jumps into my TikTok timeline. Talis, welcome into you. Great to see you. KD3, search for Harry Mack with Beardy Man. It's going to happen. I'm going to do that. Soccer Scenarios, you'd be able to join on the drive home. Audio only, though, Soccer Scenarios. I don't want to pile up on the freeway caused by you watching me celebrate goals or commiserate own goals, more likely. Chuck, you and self, yeah, you're in the rap battle game. Is that real? Have you ever done it on stream, Chuck? Because that's something surely people would be paying money to watch. Let's jump over into some Football Manager because we're already at 22 past the hour. We've not played our first preseason friendly yet. It's coming up. It's going to be against Laval. It's in 3 days' time. We have virtually the world on trial with us currently. Brace yourselves, brace yourselves, brace yourselves. I tell you what, it's a good job that the board cap it at 30 being allowed in on trial at any one time, because we've got loads of them. We don't know a huge amount about them. I have spent the last few weeks of game time trying to improve the behind-the-scenes squad. I've been begging and pleading for extra coaches and scouts. We've got a little bit of some of that. So we've now got, I think, 3 scouts and a chief scout. So that's nice. Our chief scout contract has expired, and I'm just kind of leaving it there. So I've always got the option to kind of sack him and try and bring somebody else in. We've also got more coaches. Here's a little tip for you. It's not a tip, really. Everybody knows this. But I've really been trying to work on the staff of the second team, because I know that they can help out with the coaching of the first team. So I asked for an extra second team coach. I've sacked the 2 coaches who were there before because their contracts had expired. Brought in a couple of decent ones, and they're able to help us out on the old training ground now. So that it's not amazing, okay? And I'm still doing all of the attacking coaching, which I realise is not great. But I think we still have space for one more, if I'm not mistaken. We do. Or we've got space for 2 more. And I'm pretty sure that the ads are still out, although it does cancel the ads when you appoint somebody. So I've hired a goalkeeping coach and a fitness coach for the first time. And of course, it's cancelled the ads I had, even though I wanted more than one. So it means that we'd just about, before the league ticked over and we were bumped up to the second tier, we just about reached the top, like the number 1 coaching in every single category. Now we've gone up to the division above. Okay, that's gone down a bit, but we're not terrible. These little lines indicate the average. And, look at defensive coaching. We are 5th in Ligue 2. That's not too shabby. Mental coaching, we're 4th. Looks like Toulouse are absolutely crushing it in most of the categories. We're a bit below on the old goalkeeping. But we're trying to bring in another goalkeeping and fitness coach. So we're doing pretty well. It means that we've got some pretty good coaches at the club. Playing staff, I'm afraid, is not looking quite so good. Okay. I've done a little bit of business and I don't think it's going to blow anybody's socks off. I've tried to put the players into what I think is our strongest current starting 11. You'll see that it's virtually all players that were here before, including some whose contracts have expired. So Hugo van der Merch, I'm thinking we just ditch. You give me your thoughts on this. 32 years old, physicals plunging off the edge of a cliff. Still our best right back, but I want to free up some wage budget to bring in a new right back. And he wasn't even that good last season. 6.88. 6 assists from fullback. Not terrible. I think his time's up. But you're going to make that decision for me. Because £1,400 could go towards getting a nice replacement. A younger option, says Soccer Scenarios, with good potential. The only caveat I'm attaching to any of this is that all of our players from last season are on part-time contracts. The new players that I've brought in are now on full-time contracts because we've gone fully professional. Welcome in Tan Jung, by the way. Backup, maybe. I think you're right. Could be a backup. But I'd personally rather get rid of him. Because I think for £1,400, I could almost get a fully professional replacement. But I need to free up wage budget to be able to do this. We've got £44,000 to spend a week, which is an absolute drop in the Ligue 2 ocean. We're already spending, nearly 42,000. We've got about 3,000 left in the wage budget. We could make some budget adjustments. We could move our transfer fee all the way over to budgets. That will get us to what? Tickling 52,000. Although with signing on fees and things, that we'd have to drag that back. So maybe we could get to almost 50,000. We don't have a lot of room to bring in any backup players. So any that we can release and get rid of would be good. Soccer Scenario saying, bring in a better player. Do what you have to do with the finances. If it goes poorly, we can always run to Berlin. Yeah. We're very committed to Paris. Although, and I don't think it's going to be available anymore. Atletico Madrid is available. Rayo Vallecano were looking for a manager in the summer. And I thought, oh my God, do I just come back now and see whether the gang fancy moving to Vallecano, who've just got relegated from La Liga into the second division? And I thought, no, I'm not even going to give them the option because I know what you scoundrels will do. You'll have our bags packed in a heartbeat. So we've let the Vallecano job go. That's fine. By the way, I really wanted this player just because he was called Johnny Vega. It almost called Johnny Vegas. I don't think he's quite going to be good enough, is he really? But I was thinking of maybe trying to get him in. I don't think he's going to want to come even on loan. Salty B can't stop. Offer what? Some drinks to celebrate a new job? Congratulations, Salty B, on the new job. Well done you. Absolutely superb. So we've got a lot of work to do on the squad. The other player whose contract has expired is another veteran, 31-year-old Brandon Dominguez. Now, he was a lot better last season. 12 goals, 9 assists. Average rating of 7.10. He wants the best part of £2,500 a week to go full time. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure we can stretch to £2,500 a week for a 31-year-old. So we could let the pair of them go. That gives us £2,500 where we could try and strengthen them. We have made a few signings already. Have we strengthened or not? I'm going to let you decide. The answer is no. I know that the answer is no. But we'll let you decide. So, okay. Freddie Briand, first of all. Central midfielder with passing of 10 and vision of 10, which I know is not great. But can also go and play out in the wide areas, which interested me a little bit more. With agility of 16, dribbling of 14, we will brush over. We will brush over the crossing of 9. Craig, did you miss me answer on Romero? Sorry. Have I missed a question? Did the scout report for Romero come back yet? It did. It did. And Romero looked pretty good. What do we got going on here? Nigel. Benjamin Bessemer gifts a membership to Nigel. Benjamin, you generous individual, you. You are honestly an absolute hero of the stream, Benjamin.
Afternoon, everybody.
Absolute hero of the stream. Welcome in, Benjamin. Welcome in. So, yeah, I'm thinking about Frederick Briand as a winger. Romero. Into the scouting, into the shortlist. What have I been doing with the shortlist here? Let's clear that. Okay. It was Jose Romero? Was this our player? 27 years old. Is this the one? 18 goals for set last season. There we go. So the scout report came back as an A+. I think this was then when we didn't have any scouting budget, though. So I don't think the report is very detailed. Let's get another one going. But unfortunately, I just don't see any movement because they're not out of contract and we are literally shopping for free players. There's nothing we can really do that involves a transfer fee. So if I pop this down onto contract expired, this is what we're shopping for, really. And if I show you, I was really thinking long and hard about Remy Kere. It's got finishing of 9. This is literally as good as we can get striker wise. Let me show you some of the other players I've bought in. Okay, I'm going to show you Todd Favre. Oh God, this is why I'm so reluctant to do pre-season streams. Because you're kind of seeing the sausage halfway through it being produced, and it's not pretty. We will get better in than this, I promise. Todd Favre is a backup. He's a backup to the backup. Oh, God, it's horrible, isn't it? Okay. He was very cheap on a full-time contract. It's awful. I realise it's awful. Mentally, there's gaps. Technically, he's a barren wasteland. As a auxiliary winger, not the off the ball of 6. Okay, yes, the worst you've seen. Okay, so it's not been good business so far. Does it get better with Cedric Andre? Ossazi looks like a tasty player. Can play across the midfield and up front. Where did we see him? I didn't see him. Ossazi? I've not seen him. Certainly the scouts have not found him. Cedric Andre. Okay. Don't get excited. Solid. Unspectacular. Backup cover at centre half. More of a central midfielder. I thought cover for Malachi Boateng. That's not a disaster, is it? Full-time contract on £1,000 a week. Not horrible, terrible, bad. And then, well, we've got a player who I actually think is quite good. I'm going to show you him last. Nino Gordine, I've spent way too much wage budget on. I was wooed before he was fully scouted, and I didn't know he was going to have composure of 3. He's a Nigerian in the free agents list. But will he be a Nigerian in my free agents list in 2031? Or is he a Nigerian in the free agents list when you first start up the game? Because, I don't know, I think I'm 8 or 9 seasons in now. So, anyway, this is Nino Godin. Who, apart from, if we just cover up that composure with the mouse cursor, I think that's all right. And maybe cover up the bit about being fairly inconsistent as well. Nigel just arrived. Here we go.
Need everybody?
Just arrived to find some kind gentleman called Benjamin B has gifted you membership of the Llama Army. What a hero of the First Order. He absolutely is a hero of the First Order. By the way, Nigel, has your move gone through yet? Are you relocated to your new lodgings? If you are, hopefully it's gone well for you. Sean, depending on the size of your database, it is sometimes worth checking international under-19s, 18s for amateur contracts. Sometimes there are some gems in the Netherlands. No. Dutch under-19s on amateur contracts. Well, let's jump in here then. Okay, so let's go under-18s. Under-19s. Oh, hang on. I might have been a bit... Oh, no, that's the senior squad. What about under-20s? Not a lot. Under-21s. So the under-21s are populated. These boys, these are not going to be amateurs, I wouldn't have thought, are they? Let's pick Richie Wright because I know his name. I mean, yeah, we couldn't quite afford that, but not a million miles off. But their younger squads are not very populated. Let's have a look. Demon Vanken. 110. Whoa. 110 squidlets a week. Yeah, we could. We know absolutely nothing about these players, and I don't think it will let me scout them. I don't think it will let me scout the Netherlands. Can we do some kind of... Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Who would we like name-wise, by the way? Hakan Bolkaya. That sounds nice to me. That sounds nice. Okay. So, help me out here, Sean. Colombia. By the way, they've pulled a fast one on me here. When we were in the division below, we were allowed 3 non-EU players. They've stripped that back to 2. So I don't know whether we'd be able to bring in a Colombian, but come on, let's... Colombia. Let's see what they've got. Do they have an under-20 squad? There we go. They do. Let's have a look at the kind of money we'd be spending here then. Let's pick a name I like. Cristian Campo. 55. Hello. Sean Paul. Fabulous advice. Okay, will it let me scout them? It will. I don't know whether I can scout Colombia, but it's giving it a go. So that's absolutely lovely. Benjamin, he's in your save right now. Is that true? So what's the name again? What's the name again, Benjamin? I'll see if my scouts have found him. I'll have a little look. Wildman. Netherlands can offer amateur deals in the 2nd tier. Wildman. That is fabulous knowledge. Thank you very much for that. Talis, in your save, you can usually find some amazing talent in the MLS club academies. All right, let's just have a little browse around then, shall we? Let's check out their under-19s. Nothing. 20. I don't think I have a big enough database for some of this. I like Andrew Tollefson. That sounds nice. 180 squidlets. Dickie Liddell. Oh, that's a bit rich for my blood, Dickie. He lives in LA, that's why. Any other names I like? I've got to say, a lot of these names don't sound very American. Adam Sloan sounds American, though. the Sloan Ranger. Okay. I'm not going to go through every US MLS academy, I don't think, but a cheeky scout report on their under 20s can't be a bad thing, can it? TaylorMade Gaming, bonjour, bonjour.
Afternoon, everybody.
Craig, did you look for a senior affiliate to get some loans? Okay, Craig, so this is another area where I've got difficulties. Loan signings. Can't find nothing. Butkus. Zero. Zilch. So let's go to... no, let's go to my scouted players. Let's clear my scouted players. So this is everybody the scouts have found in what I don't know what I'm guessing is the last year or so. So quite the list. Lots of A+ and A players. Okay, so we're working with a decent old list. Scouts have been very busy. Let's get it down to some loans who are slightly interested. And finding anybody that we can bring on loan who is not, or who we don't have to contribute to their wages is really difficult. We'll have a little look in a moment. Pastor JJ, good day, chat. Good day, Llama. Pastor JJ, I'm hoping with talk like that means that you are Antipodean. I'd love it if we've got an Australian in, because it must be very late at night for Pastor JJ. Or are you just throwing in a casual good day, even though you're not in that part of the world? Either way, it's fine with us. Welcome him. Nigel, the official date is July 1st. Okay, we've got a month to go. But you have access now. Went there this morning to wait in the empty flat between 8 till 12 for engineers to fix the thermostat. And he arrived at 8:20. On his way by 9. Perfect. Sean, don't make me... Hang on, are you making me do Spanish pronunciations here? Deportive Ciclone. I could have gone Cyclones there and I haven't. Are a team you usually look at in Colombia. Danok Bat in Spain. You've got a database that's over 200,000 players in your save. I don't know how I have a look at mine. It's not preferences, is it? Is it like game status? Is it that? I don't think this tells me how many players I've got, does it? Apologies. I think I could go into the player search and find it, but I try not to. I try not to use the old player search myself. I say try not to. I don't use it. Soccer scenarios. Let's get in an American. Trouble with Americans is they're not as EU-y as people from the EU. And they're hitting me hard on the old EU things at the moment. Bear with me one moment. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Apologies. Little llamas interrupting me there, prowling around. Sorry, I've got lots to catch up on in the chat. Here we go. So, Tanjung, is it time for Diddy Man scouting? I'd rather they were 6 foot plus, but well done on the Diddy Man reference. Talis, in theory, now you are professional, you should be able to get a senior. Okay, we're going to have to talk about senior affiliates. We're going to have a big talk about those. KD3 Llama, go to Scouting Center Okay, let's do that. Scouting centre. Go to advanced filters. Filters. I don't know where advanced filters is. Anyway, let me read the rest of your message. And then team report loan. Tick forward to inbox. Next, make a team report for all league. I'll tell you what I have done then. What I have done. I have got team reports coming in for the top clubs in France. Wouldn't let me do that for foreign clubs for some reason. So I tried to do it for the top teams in the Bundesliga as well. I'll show you. And it didn't give me the... Yeah, it didn't give me the option to get scout reports on them. Whereas if I go to Ligue 1, it might not let me do it because I've already got scout reports going. But if I go to, say, Brest, I've got the team reports coming in. This is humbling, by the way. I've even done it for some of the bigger clubs in the league below us. So I've got team reports coming in for Auxerre, Bastia. I think I might have gone for Guingamp as well. So I might actually be looking to get loan players in from the division below. That's how rubbish we are, by the way. What else have we got? Nigel. Downside of a day was a letter on the doormat demanding a payment of an unpaid final bill of £1,000. Blimey, that is rich. Other thing to do would be to set up a recruitment focus set to max value of 0 and drop priority with star values. Tell you what, Sean, you know your onions, don't you? Pass the JJ. Just a casual good day from the Netherlands. Whereabouts? Tell us whereabouts. Sean Hammond, afternoon to you. Sean Paul. Add and remove leagues will tell you the number of players. Okay. 60,000. 60,000. Which, when I was scratching around in the lower leagues of England, felt like enough. Might not be now I'm shopping in a different supermarket. Wild. Oh, so there we go, Wildman. Benjamin Bessemer as well. What are you up to here? Another gift, Benjamin. You really are. Benjamin, you really are. Absolute awesome viewer numero uno, Benjamin. What a lovely gent. You've gone back to where you found the Nigerian, and his full name is Osazi Agatsi. We're pinning all our hopes on him being there he is. On him being known to my scouts, because you know I only sign players that the scouts recommend. Oh, hang on. The scouts, where did the scouts find this little squirrel then? Swindon Town. All right. This will be from when I must have been scouting at, well, I don't know, QPR? Maybe Birmingham? Okay, so he starts at Man United, then goes to Man City. I love him already. Derby County, the club of the great Tonton Zola Makoko. And he's got a picture, and he's 28 years old. And he's known to our scouts. Is he on my shortlist, by the way? He's on my shortlist. Tell you what, Benjamin, how do you do this? How do you see people that are on my shortlist? I tell you what. There's some potential. I would like him to be a tickle quicker. But I tell you what, why don't you come in for a couple of weeks, sir? Come on. Benjamin, great work. He's supposedly a B-, but he's quite the utility player. Benjamin, have you had him in one of your saves? Great spot. Okay, senior affiliates. Let's talk. Okay, let's talk. So, I don't use senior affiliates. There we go. Okay, I said it. Now, why don't I use senior affiliates? Because I'm a llama. And historically, In the olden days, clubs didn't have senior affiliates in real life. So people who were llamas... By the way, if you don't know what a llama is, it's somebody that plays lower league management football manager. So they don't use the player search. They don't use things like senior affiliates. I don't know whether that's a very outdated way of playing, though, because now clubs do have senior affiliates. I know they do. So am I a little bit out of date in my militant stance of never having a senior affiliate? I don't even know how to set up a senior affiliate. Is it networking like affiliate club? Yeah. So I don't think we have any. I don't know how you find out. General affiliates. Oh yeah, you'd probably go to affiliates. Oh look, we've got some. Are these little ones that we're the big club in? See, I've not even checked this out. So yeah, I've never used affiliates because in the olden days, well, I say the olden days, 25 years ago, everybody on the Football Manager forums were like, no, you're a llama, you don't use affiliates. But that was kind of 25 years ago. I don't know whether times have moved on, but yeah, I've never used a senior affiliate. So, I mean, I don't really know how they work, and I don't know. I don't know what it would. How it would kind of benefit us. So I've never asked for one. Anyway, I'm still behind in the chat. So, Rook, bike's done. Feel like you got hit by a truck. Gonna make some quesadillas. Regular guy as well. Welcome into Rook and to regular guy and to Callum Hayes, who we know it's Friday, so he's probably with his old man in a local facility that provides refreshments.
Good morning.
Welcome into all of you. Soccer scenarios. How's the FIFA Super League saves? Oh, sorry, you're talking to Rook. I'm sorry, I'm reading other people's messages. Sticking my nose in again. Joshua Brown's with us.
Good morning.
You're not late. You can only find out. You only arrive when the scouts find you. Fabulous. Wild man, you've spent like almost 10 years without a club. Who has? Is that the Nigerian? No, sorry. It's not him. It's not him. Past the JJ, you are from the north of the Netherlands. Groningen. Sadly, FC Groningen were relegated this season for the first time. FC Groningen, though, were the club. I'm pretty sure they were. You'll tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. Former Football Manager wonderkid Eric Nevland. I'm sure he played for Groningen. I know he played for Viking in Norway. I'm sure he played for Groningen as well. Soccer scenarios. You don't do senior affiliates either. Almost feels too easy. BB, you don't play FM, but you literally saw him as you thought you need someone who can be a jack of all trades. He's got the composure, which you know I like. Well, I tell you what. Old Godine. I bought him in and he had composure of 3. Talis, a little, but you play as you wish to play. Those are smaller ones who you can send players out to. Okay, so I've got some affiliate clubs, but just not big ones that can send players to me. Joshua Brown, 25 years is very old. Talis, so to get one, you ask the board for one, and if they find some they like, you get a list and get to pick which you like. Some might even pay you a fee. That sounds like murky waters to me. Is that murky? He was at United in 2011 and then joined United in 18. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had a bit of a gap, didn't he? So in 2010, he was 8. Is that right? He joined Man United at 8 years old and then disappeared until he joined Man City in like 2018. What's he been up to? What did Man United see in him as an 8-year-old? Is he actually English rather than Nigerian? It's German. He's from Köln. Köln. Sorry, Germans. Good spot, Wild Man, as well. Good spot. You chatters, honestly, you're way better at noticing these things than me. Yassine, Feyenoord are the champions. In real life, Feyenoord are the champions. Is that what we mean? I sense that's made you pleased. Are you a Rotterdammer yourself? Callum, from your experience, you ask for one, they say yes, they come back and say, oh, we couldn't find one. Well, I don't know. You're going to have to tell me down in the chat then what you think about the legitimacy of senior affiliates. I'm very old-fashioned, you see, so I don't tend to do these things. Oh, this is a player that I like the look of. Mark Guiu? A striker. A quick one. $5,000 a week, but he's on the loan list. If they want us to pay all of this, it's dead in the water. Okay, forget it. Forget it. Indeed, Nevlin did play for Groningen. Thank you also, Ian Ruben. No, I said that wrong. I was trying to be Dutch. Ian Robben. First professional club, and Luis Suarez. Is that true? Luis Suarez went from Uruguay to Groningen before he went to Ajax. Fabulous pass, the JJ. Love that. Well done. Good knowledge. It's 2031 for JB. Oh no, sorry, it's 2031 for me. And this is our first season in any second tier. Do what you need to do to finish the save before FM25. What are you on about? This save 100% finishes before FM25. Now that I'm in the second tier, I reckon I do this in 5 or 6 seasons. Kabarachik, afternoon, good afternoon to you. Welcome in. Callum Hayes, Van Dijk was at Groningen 2. Ruben, saludos desde España. Welcome. Rook, we're all affiliating. I really like the look of this Mark Gee, but yeah, he's not coming in, is he? Question, search starts for a goalkeeping coach. Okay, so we don't know that much about some of these players who are on trial, but let me tell you what we need, okay? And I've not shown you Tatolna yet. I think he's the best one that I've brought in. I need a right back and I need a right winger, okay? Preferably, I'd like a goalkeeper as well. I'm not sure that this chap is up to being a Ligue 2 goalkeeper. And the scouts agree with that, or the coaches agree with that. So goalkeeper, right back, right wing. I think I've brought in a good central midfielder, by the way. This is Noah Parfat Tatolna. Good vision, good passing, good flair, physically just about at the races, composure, dribbling, first touch, technique, leadership, off the ball, decision making. Okay, concentration woeful. And I'm going to be playing him in a central midfield too, where he's going to be putting a lot of pressure on his midfield teammate. I think that's okay. 1.3k a week, full-time contract. Bought him in for absolutely nothing. Was at Strasbourg last season. Quite pleased with that one. Yassine, you're leading the championship with Cardiff in your first season. I tell you what, it's a good effort with Cardiff, I'd say that is. Unbeaten. How many games in are you, Yasin? Benjamin, Agatsa could be the right winger we never knew we wanted. He's not the quickest. Otherwise, yeah, he could be. He could certainly be a great auxiliary player, couldn't he? Filling in all over the park. I'm looking at him, Benjamin, and just thinking as the deep lying forward, he offers a nice bit of cover. So we'll see whether Osazi Agatsi is gonna come in for a trial. How about a midfield right in case you have to? Yeah, you're so right, Nigel. So I'm actually thinking, anywhere there is absolutely fine. And people like Tatolna could always go out and be like a playmaker over on the left. He looks like a lovely advanced playmaker to me. I don't know what you think. Yasin, you're towards the end of the season. Good Lord. And you're unbeaten. An invincible championship season. That's unheard of. You've done very well. 1888 Bash. Check the Le Havre youth, as they always have some gems. I think I've got a report coming on Le Havre. Let's double check that. I think I'm in the same division as them now. They're in Ligue 2. Have I got a team report coming in? I don't. So let's get that coming in. Very, very nice. Tongi FM. Tongi FM as in Tongi FM. As in, what was the name of your... It wasn't called a Pikachu, was it? It was called... what was that little mammal? Oh, welcome in, sir, anyway.
Good morning.
Very, very good to see you in here. Who was that little mammal on your Jacob's Ladder? Yassine, you're going to the Prem with Ojo. Tanjung, he is good. Sorry, Tanjung. I'm going to... Who we thinking? Tatona is good. I'd love his concentration to be a bit better, but... A Kinkajou, not a Pikachu. Not a Pikachu. It has been far too long. How are you, Tongi? Are you still working in schools, and is that why you're free this afternoon? Is it like a rare bit of half-termage for you? And Tanjung, were you talking about Noah Taltona when you said he's good? Because I think he's all right. Let me show you the players we lost as well, because there were a couple that wouldn't sign new contracts and so have gone. So if we show you our released players, Etienne Camara was almost an ever-present for us last season. 29 games, averaged above a 7. He's walked. He's gone. He's left. Decided he wanted to pursue his options. So I've had to bring in a more kind of like creative, burst forward kind of midfielder. So better as an advanced playmaker, you think? I like him out on the left wing. I don't like him actually with his concentration. He ain't going to be fulfilling any defensive responsibilities. And in a midfield too, that means that poor Malachi Boateng is going to be up against it. But yeah, we need a right winger. We need a right back. So let's show you what we've got on trial and you can run the rule over them. So we've got Landa Arenal. No, I know I've got attribute masking on. Attribute masking, sorry. Get told off for that. Doesn't he look fabulous? I know we can't see very much about him, but doesn't he look fabulous? The only caveat is he could be incredibly slow. If those are 8s, I don't know what you think about that. If those are 12s, wow. Good tackler, decent marking, positioning, teamwork, fab, mentally great, can sling in a cross, potential to be a decent Ligue 1 player. The reason he's on trial is that pace. It's that pace. It is half term, so playing some FM. Okay, well, let's backtrack here. What are you doing, Tongi? Tell me your save, because you always have fabulous saves. Where are you managing? Botswana, Nicaragua, always somewhere fabulous. Simon Thornley is with us.
Good morning.
Okay, Rook, save update. You've paved it after all of your players got suspended. New save, entire team was empty, so building a team in 4 weeks. I love that. Okay, Landa Arenal. He looks all right as a right back to me. What else have we got? Okay, this guy looks like he could be good as well. Jean-Luc Dumas. Check the French there as well, by the way.
I'm English. We play the game aggressively, you know. It's normal for us.
Thank you. Again, pace could be an issue here. And crossing. So definitely more of a defensive one. But last season I was playing the fullback on defence, so delivery's not quite as important. Jean-Luc Dumas looks all right to me. Trouble with injuries. That's a concern. But beggars can't be choosers, and we are 100% begging people. We've got a Bosnian, Sead Vidovic. More gaps here, I think. You'll agree. More gaps. Small. Weak. Can't mark. Positioning's woeful. Looks probably more of a... Maybe it's the right winger. Maybe Vidovic is the right winger that we're after. Quick, agile, dribbles. Crossing doesn't look disastrous. Vision might be okay. What do we got? Llama, please get the full scout report before signing. You're playing in Indonesian Second League and have seen a fullback with 8 acceleration. Well, this is why they're on trial. So hopefully after a week, we'll know a bit about these players and we can make some moves. Who else have we brought in that can play right back? Doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but Lopez can play as a right back. More of a midfielder, though, I think, isn't he? More of a midfielder. Doesn't look a thing like Jesus. Juan Pablo Aravallo. Gaps. I think that could be it for fullbacks. Let's show you who we've got. Another player who doesn't look a thing like Jesus. Not a thing. This is a winger. Yeah, we are Trial FC, Yassine. You're absolutely correct. Benjamin Bessemer. Gomez could be interesting, as you could train him to be a right back and he can play across the defence. What? Jonathan Gomez. 5'10". Yeah, he looks quite good, doesn't he? Not as aggressive as I would like, and left-footed, so more of a left back, I think. But certainly interesting. Tongi, as always, you're on a ridiculous journey. You're attempting Jacob's Ladder again. Fabulous. So started in Somalia, standard, got fired, now in Aruba. Oh, beautiful. The well-known trodden path for Football Manager. You're absolutely right. Jesus was not known for those angry eyebrows. As I said, he doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but I met him briefly and he did talk like a gentleman, like I imagined that he would when I was young. Yeah, it was not known. So let me show you right wingers then. So doesn't look a thing like Jesus. Abubakar Koulibaly. Looks very average to me, I'm going to be honest. Looks very, very average. What else have we got? Joshua Bono. Karim Amastoy. I can already tell some of these players aren't actually going to be good enough. Gregory Longlow. You can just tell. I bought in Jesus Bermudo purely because his name was Jesus Bermudo. I could have 3 Jesus in the squad here. He looks all right, actually, though, doesn't he? As a striker, imagine having Jesus Bermudo up front. Imagine him in his shorts. He wears Bermudo shorts. It'd be fabulous. So, look, we got to play forward a week. We've got some players on trial. The only problem is, if I go to offer them a contract, I don't know if I can afford these players. Sometimes they come in on trial and then they want ridiculous money. But maybe if we play forward a few days, we've got a friendly coming up. We might know a little bit more about these players in about 4 or 5 days. There we go, Benjamin. Sarzi's in. Could be a good utility there. So we'll see. Timmy is in with a Timmy. Okay, good to see you, Timmy. Oh, you actually have Timmy as your little avatar as well. Very nice. Clerk is interesting with the positions he can play. See, you pick up things that I don't. I didn't even notice a Clerk. Lucas Clerk. Again, he has those eyebrows that show that he means business. He's committed. Tell you what, he's all right as well, isn't he? Cannot pass a football and will get caught woefully out of position. Makes terrible decisions and has no composure, which is so sad because a lot of these actually look quite encouraging, don't they? I tell you what, the coaches don't hate him. He's only just walked through the door, but they don't hate him, Benjamin. Could be onto something here. What versatility. Do we even dare? Just see how much he might want. Shoots from distance with long shots of 8. What a maverick. No, we'll hold it. We'll keep our powder dry. Dragoon is with us, skipping the disciples and just getting an army of Jesus. How are we pluralizing that? Jesus is? Jesus is of G's eyes. An army of G's eyes. Season expectations. Finishing the relegation playoffs. Brilliant. Oh, by the way, you'll want to see this. This could have improved since I bought a few players in. It has. We were 300 to 1. We're up to 200 to 1 now that we've done a bit of business. Look at us. Climbing. Thank you. Above one of the teams that finished above us in the league last season. Simon, you're going to go with Jez Eyes. Dragoon's going Jesuits. Jesuits. Nigel, not very good going forward. No. He had some nice attributes though, didn't he? Simon, without the final S. Jesus will cut the cost on pre-match meals too. He will. Tell you what, nobody will be thirsty either. Bondo to consider his options. Bondo, you're on the list, mate, aren't you? I'm considering your options already. Never mind you. Just go, mate. I'm trying to save £1,000 a week on you. Okay, this is another thing that could help us make some room in the wage budget as well. So I've decided to let Gaza and Bida go. He's been fishing around for a new contract and he wants £2,000 a week. And last season, he wasn't very good. So I'd rather try and get £100,000 for him, stick that in the wage budget and save the £500 that he was being paid. So I've offered him out. Just offered Bondo out. I can ditch Van der Merch at a moment's notice. That's going to save me 1.4k. And I can ditch Brandon Dominguez, and that's going to save me another 1.1k. So I reckon I can muster up a good 5 or 6 grand in the wage budget. You don't think you need to find a strike partnership? Oh, you do think of Jesus and Judas. Is there a Judas in the database? That's a football team. Why is it saying that Jules Koundé is a Judas? What's he ever done? I don't think we have an exact Judas. Do we have a player called Jude? No, just Ruben Diaz, it says, is a Judas. The hunt for a Judas goes on. I don't want to chat to Warren Bondo about leaving. I just want you to go, Warren. Be gone with you. Okay, we're about to play Laval. I put a lot of thought into who I'm going to face during pre-season. And off the top of the head, I can't tell you why I'm facing Laval. Let's have a little look. Why have we gone for Laval? Because they are in the same league as us. So I wanted to test myself against a team in the same league. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes shortly then. Where are they fancied to finish? There. Okay. So we're about to face a big club. So we'll see how that goes. Offers made for all of these people I don't care about. I need to clear out my shortlist, by the way. The shortlist is such a mess. Do you have this in Journeymans yourselves, where you start off at Kingstonian and you start building your shortlist at Kingstonian and then you never clear it out? You never do. So you eventually get to the stage where your shortlist is like this. And so you've got Finley Munro at Hensford Town on your shortlist. And you're getting all of these Finley Munro updates. You don't give a flying fandango about Finley Munro anymore. I need to spend some time going through the shortlist. It's an absolute travesty. You don't want a Judas on your team. It'll sell you out for a bit of silver. Maybe you need a Yuda or a Yuda. Or a priest. Judas priest. TaylorMade Gaming. Paqueta is a Judas. As a hammer, that's worrying. Nigel Laverick, you love the players that come to you considering their options. There should be an option to hand them a taxi. Yeah, and just escort them. That's it. Security. Those Laval... You see, Tongi, and I didn't even drink it in. That's it. They've gone all out on that sponsor. That's quite in your face. It's a lovely little stand, that, by the way. Look at that. Oh, I love French football. Love it. Craig, you only put them on for a year, then decide... Oh, do you? Oh, that's so organised, Craig. I just budge them all on there thinking, well, if I don't get them at this club, I might want them at the next club. And, it just means that you end up with the biggest shortlist in the world. Okay, what are we saying here? It's got to be at least 105 by 68. We're going to be 105 by 72. We could go 109 by 87. I'm so scared about changing the dimensions of the pitch. Because to know what to do means to understand the tactic that you're playing. So I want to play with wingers. Do I want to make the pitch wider? Is that a thing that I want to do? I'm scared. Zanderbev, welcome in, by the way. Tanjung, it's Fanta. Is that right? Is that French Fanta? Lactel. Superb knowledge. Rook. You've loaded into your save and you realise you have 2 weeks until the season starts and you've only got 2 players. Plenty of time. 16 more will arrive. It's 2023. How our pitch size is not standardised yet. That's a good point, Joshua Brown. Simon. Wide and short if your defenders are slow. Yeah. But then I want to get in behind the opposition defence, you see. So I want the pitch long to get in behind, but I want it short for me to defend. Could we have a lopsided pitch? Where we have, one half very long and one half... Look, the pitch dimensions we had last season... Oh, Tanjung, it just looks like Fanta. It's not actually Fanta. The pitch dimensions we had got us promoted, so let's stick with those. And let's get out there and face Laval. And I think what I'm going to do is play an on-trial right back and an on-trial winger. By the way, somebody, what's this? Angers have offered Franck Lefebvre. Ha! Take him. Give me that compensation. He's out of contract. No compensation. Fine. Just take him. Aye, on TV. Oh, yeah. Got a message at the start of the season to say over the course of the year, we're going to be getting 4 million coming in for 4.5 million. Lovely, that is. Very handy. Okay. We need to put a midfielder in. So let's see what we've got on trial that we want to give a game to. Let's get our right backs here. So I'm going to drop Van der Merch to the bench. And we're going to play one of the players we're thinking about getting in. Jonathan Gomez, they love. Juan Pablo Arevalo, they love. Jean-Luc Dumas, they love. Okay, let's have a look at Johnny Gomez then. So he's American, which could be a problem. He's also Mexican. He's also Spanish. He's EU. Don't you worry. He may have been born in Fort Worth, Texas, but he's an EU citizen. Okay. But he's left-footed, I think, isn't he? He looks good. But maybe not our right back. So, Landa Arenal could be slow. Could be very slow. And he can't cross. So we don't have the perfect right back here, do we? Vidovic, we decided, was probably going to be a winger. Seymour, Can we play a left-footed right back? Could we? Is he like a Dennis Irwin? Okay, let's do it. More people on trial than a courtroom. I've packed them in. The board cut me off. 4 of the players you were trying to sign went to other clubs. Keep battling. You'll get there. Okay, and let's put Landa Arenal. I think he's the best right back. I'm just worried about that pace. It does say fairly slow there, doesn't it? I'd say 10's my cutoff. And let's find someone who's going to play on the right wing for us today. So, who do they really like? Javier Perez. Jumping reach of 1. Not happening. I quite liked Vidovic. Jumping reach of 3. Off the ball. I'm thinking of giving Vidovic a game here. So, pop him on the bench. But I also like Bermudo. I do like Bermudo. Let's get him in there. And I can't remember which Jesus I liked and which Jesus I didn't. Jonathan Baba. Oh, I'll tell you what, he looks all right as well. Babs. Get on the bench, Babs. And Benjamin, if you're still with us, let's get Osazi on the bench as well. And then we need to make a little change in central midfield because he's off with his national team. So shall we get a trialist in there as well? Dan Potch. Cannot tackle. Bermudo does look all right, doesn't he? I might even start him, you know. Philankembo. Oh, God, look at that passing. Oh, good Lord. So long as Bermudo doesn't go missing, Sean, superb. He's like Pythagoras. He loves his triangles. I'm going to play him. And do you know what? The final thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to play Chibuzzo. So let's get all these players back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Bonnie over to be the deep line forward. I'm going to give a game to Jesus Bermudo. Because I reckon he could do some damage in this league. I'm not saying we can definitely afford him. But let's give him a game and see if he's any good. Let's get out there. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Way over an hour into the stream. We're playing a game. It's a transfer stream, though, so we can be forgiven for being a little bit more pedestrian than usual, can't we? Maybe? Possibly? Okay. This is going to be a tough game as well, by the way. What are we going to say? There's places up for grabs. Impress me. This is going to be very tough. Definitely play the trialists so you can see how they actually play. No point getting them in if they can't play. Yeah, so I reckon I can potentially, I could shift a couple of players out. I reckon I could get 4 good signings in. I'd like one to be a goalkeeper, although I haven't found one yet. I need to get some loan signings in to bulk out the squad. So let's see. In fact, let's make sure we've got a decent highlight. We've got a decent highlight package on here so we can assess these players. Slow start. Not opposed to that. But Laval are in. That was a good save, actually. I'm thinking Kochik is not going to be up to this level of football. So he's playing for his place. By the way, I was having a look through the teams that have been promoted into the National. That's the 3rd tier. Just to see if any tiny clubs have got promoted. And a tiny club had got promoted. Their manager was Jean-Pierre Papin. Oh, the throwback. Champions League winner with Marseille. Went to AC Milan and didn't do very well. Here he is. Here he is. Oh, he's teed one on a plate for Bonnie. Could this be a new strike partnership? Bermudo, look at the shorts on him. Ah, nice triangular play. It's a great ball. Can Bermudo be a right winger as well? Was that what? Was he versatile? Oh, he could be. He can't cross, but it looked like he could there. I'm just drawn to that pace. Bravery. Agility. Dribbling. Oh, he could be a proper Jesus. We'll all be worshipping him. Dragoon, what's the media prediction for our league position? We were flat bottom. We were 300 to 1 for the title last. And then the 2 other promoted teams were ahead of us. But because of the business we've done, we're now up to second bottom. And one of the other promoted teams has slipped behind us. It's Bermuda again. He's linking everything up. That's a wretched finish. Oh yeah, we've moved up 1 place already. I think if we could... Oh, that was a bit of cold, if any. I think if we could get 3 to 4 quality players in, I think we could be competitive. Vidovic. Terrible cross. Bermudo. I want this player already. Did you see the pace of Vidovic getting down the wing, by the way, as well? That was interesting. Look at this. Absolutely rinses that fullback. Wasn't the worst ball in. Bermudo. Johnny on the spot. Let's keep an eye on Gomez as well. Left-footed right back, which I'm not keen on. Although I do find it sometimes mean that they can put some very good crosses into the box. Oh, good save. By the way, we're 2-0 up against a team who are predicted to finish 3rd in this division. I know it's pre-season. That's a little artificial. And the other player we're keeping an eye on is Philankembo in midfield. 6.8 currently. Gone all the way back to the keeper. Ooh. Here's his chance. Doesn't look a thing like Jesus. Here he is. He's in again, look. What's he got this time? Oh, I tell you what. He looks dangerous. He does look all right, doesn't he? Vidovic plays for Llama's Red Star. Don't give away penalty. He's going again. I love this Bermuda. Now look, I know that when you campaign, this is going to be a much tougher team to play against, but we're looking good against them so far. The player, I'm just going to pause it. I want to hunt out this Philankembo. No. Okay, I want to keep a bit of an eye on him. He looked like a very good midfielder from the limited info we had. You have to sing it, though. What tune am I singing Vidovic plays for Llama's Red Star? What tune am I singing that to? I need a bit of tunage. What else we got? Cardiff. The board have sold the club and the new owner sacked you? No. What, you're undefeated in the league, about to have an invincible season? Video kill. Vidovic plays for Llama's Red Star. What? That's genius. In my mind and in my heart. Vidovic plays for Llama's Red Star. Tongi, where have you been? Ah, quit your job. Get in here 3 times a week and give us more song puns. This stream is all about trying to work in 80s and 90s songs. As the chat painfully remind me, we play very little Football Manager. Bonnie heads it down. Here's Vidovic again. Oh, he's good. Oh my goodness, Bermuda. The new owner fires you, even though you're top of the table and unbeaten. That's a nonsense. I mean, at least you're in season 1. But imagine you've put 10 years into a save. You're top of the table. And what? You have a board takeover and they just fire you. By the way, an assist and 2 goals. He looks all right, this Bermudo. I think we can perhaps pop down onto the old key highlights now. So Gomez is playing very well at right back, a left-footed right back. Phil and Kembo is now above a 7. Vidovic, it says, is on a 6.8, but I think he's actually been all right. And then the star of the show, Jesus Bermudo. Let's do that one. Morale. Talis, I can't believe that they do that. Why would they code that into the game? It just makes a nonsense. So a save you've invested a season into, you either got to turn into a journeyman or it's just curtains. That didn't look good, did it? Corian Darber's error. What have you done here? Well, that's what you've done. That's a player got an average rating of 7.42 last season. Yes, I've memorised his average rating. It's like a son to me. It happens in real life sometimes. I'm sure it does, but there have to be some things that they take out from real life because it's a video game. I mean, in real life, Yasin would get like a £3 million payoff. Sports Interactive aren't giving him that, are they? Maybe they should. Phil and Kembo, just linking things up. Nice. I'd take things like that out. You know, in real life, players commit absolutely atrocious crimes. We don't have that in the game. Quite rightly, I'd say. Quite rightly. Do we need everything that happens in real life in the game? Let's make some changes. I want to keep Phil and Kembo on. Corian Darber. Okay, let's try a different right back. Although I think Gomez has done very well for us. Let's try a different right winger. Jonathan Baba. And what are we going to do with our mate Osasi Agazzi? We're going to bring him into midfield, you know. We will take off Phil and Kembo. See how that works. Let's see how that goes. They do go out drinking and skipping training in game. Yeah, but they don't do some of the horrible things that players in real life have done. Bermudo, no dramas. He'll score. You've got to give us a tune here. Tongi, I need the tune. Bermudo, no dramas. He'll score goals for Llama. What's the tune I'm singing that to? Tony Jameson, by the way, one of the most beautiful men in all of Football Manager.
Good morning.
Who's that handsome? That handsome devil is here. He's live. You've caught me actually ripping off another streamer here, TJ. There's this guy that streams over on the other brand called Tony Jameson, who just absolutely ekes out a transfer window. I mean, he's an old pro. He can get 3 or 4 streams out of a transfer window, and I'm only doing the one. I don't normally stream them as Bonnie gives it the knee slide there. Don't normally stream the old transfer windows, but I've had a really busy week and I haven't been able to play through it. So here we are, and the chat are helping me get our squad together for next season. And we might, if we can sign him. By the way, we're going to have a look at how much Bermudo wants in wages after this. And it's going to crush all of our dreams. All of our dreams. But welcome in, TJ. Welcome in. Good to see you. Wild man of Borneo. The thing about FM that really annoyed you is when you build a stadium that gets cancelled. That I can live with, though. I mean, that's not going to... Bermuda, no drama. He'll score goals for Llama. Oh my goodness, we are a bit frail at the back, aren't we? Tongi. Seriously, if you can't attend these streams because you're working, I think we all know what needs to happen. Hand your notice in on Monday. Because that's 2 beautiful song puns that you've invented. Back to back, I might add. Come on. Bermuda, no dramas. Oh, Bermuda's got a 10. The subs that came on didn't cover themselves in glory, but they were subs. What are we going to say? Really promising. Okay. So here we're going to go, people. We're going to go and have a look at how much Bermuda might want just to start considering terms. Should we sound out his agent? And the fact that he's even going to have an agent, I guess, is alarming. I mean, look at the state of him. Oh. By the way, they are all wriggling their way into the chat here.
Good morning.
Pokely Dokley's in as well. Good Lord. They are all in. Regular guy. And even the drinking and stuff only happens to new gens. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. TJ, eked out transfer stream. I know. We're all at it now. You're a role model, an inspiration. Hey. A pioneer, Jameson, is what you are. A pioneer. Nigel, you've recommended Paul Ward for a future transfer. Pokes is in. Tongi, you'll join the club as your official chant creator. That's legally binding, by the way. Notice letter being written as you play full-time. Llama Maniac incoming. Hey, if it happens, Tongi. Dragoon, snap him up before he disappears. What? Jesus? Pokesy, you pushed some random doors and fell into the stream. You're stuck in now. Pokes, you're never anything less than welcome. As officially the most fabulous person in Football Manager, you'll always find a home here, even though you have some atrocious food habits, like cutting up chocolate bars before you eat them and eating chocolate digestives with the chocolate, wait for it now, wait for it, the chocolate face down. Face down. Animals. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Ask agent about availability. Let's not appear over eager here. We're keen. We're just keen. We'd like to know what some of the demands might. Oh my God. 4.7k. Ooh. Okay, that's literally it. So Jesus would be the only player we bring in. You can't. No. Okay. You've just watched a grown man's dreams die before your eyes. Potentially up to 6k. Jesus. Honestly. I know, Dragoon. That's a little rich for our blood. Our top earner at the moment, I think, is Bugsy Burrows. I think he's on 3k a week. 3.3k. No way he's worth that, by the way. Have I signed him up to a full-time contract yet? No. 3.3k is a part-timer. Here we go, Talis. Bermudo's on fire. Your defence is terrifying. 5k a week, I know. Greed is a sin, and Jesus should know that. Okay. I'm also interested in Phil and Kembo. He looks all right to me, him. Potential to be a decent League One player. Hello. Passing of 14. Give Bermudo time. His wage demands will go down, but what if somebody snuffles him? I know it will take a month or two. But if somebody comes in and snuffles him in the meantime. Oh, Craig, you thought it would be about that. Oh, Benjamin, he used to play for Rio's second team, so probably had some cash. I know. Spencer, are you called Llama Maniacs now? Does that mean we all have to wear red and yellow like a certain wrestler from the 80s? Who is that? Is that Hulk Hogan? I wasn't really into wrestling in the 80s. The hair, what? Of Trezor? I mean, it says he's 5'11", but come on. That's 3 inches up top there, isn't there? It looks like a paintbrush. It's Sports Interactive coming up trumps with the old new gen faces again. Anyway, I've not asked his agent how much he wants. I'm going into this thinking 1.5k a week. 1.5k a week. I'm going to be even less interested this time. 2.5k a week. I tell you what, there is a deal to be done here with young Trezor. Let's keep him on the back burner. In 3 days, we'll know how good he is. We could get him in. Vidovic, I'm interested in a little bit, I think. A little bit. So, oh, behave yourself. Come on now. We're all grown-ups here. Come on. Syed. 7k a week. You are the cheekiest of squirrels. The other player I think could be very good is Johnny Gomez. American with a Spanish passport. A Texan. Now, if this is south of 3k a week, I will be stunned. Ah, it's north of 7k. Benjamin's wondering what the utility players' wages will be. Well, bearing in mind he was officially missing for, 8 years? He'll play for free, won't he? What happened to him between 2011 and 2018? What was going on in Manchester around that time? Okay, transfer. I want to see a grand tops here, to be honest. Ooh. All right. He's a possibility. I mean, I don't think he'd actually get in our first team, to be brutally honest. Good player for the league below. Not that I trust my coach's opinions. Oh, no. Who's leaked this? Oh, now it's... Who's blabbed? Who's blabbed? And now what's Sarah interested? You think you know somebody. Who's your agent, son? Hey? Who is it? JD Guion. Come on, JD. All right. Keep your eye on Altsair. We're going to go forward a few days. I want to... We've got a friendly against the Belgians of Oudenaarde. By the way, Dutch people, I've said that all kinds of wrong, haven't I? I know. Got no game. Unbelievable. Dirty. We've been done the dirty there. Nigel. Ozzy obviously was serving a stretch. I tell you what. For 7 years. He went to prison at 8 years old. He was there till he was 15. Tongi, you forgot to tell you that your previous employers were also there. You're in the process of quitting, but you might have mentioned something in the canteen that... Believable. Love that the Derby lad is the only one asking for a reasonable wage. Yeah. Low cost of living in Derby. Proper place. Okay, what's happening? 16 trials finished then, 10 trials finished there. Let's have a look. We're going to have to make some decisions. By the way, here's another player I really liked as well. Osvaldo Bastillo. I thought looked good. Composure again, not great. If I could pick him up for under $1,000, I'd be interested. But I think the reason why I wasn't going for him was he going to be another non-EU player? No, he's French, not him. Okay. And this is the tribulations of someone that just has not cleared out their shortlist. I'm still getting notes that Tom Lapsley is potentially having a trial with Wheelstone. Luke Hall, morning after you, sir.
Afternoon, everybody.
How are we, Luke? Hope you're well. You join us doing battles with some very, very greedy agents as we try to build our squad ready for next season. It's been a whirlwind stream where I've played one pre-season friendly, played forward a mammoth 4 or 5 days here, and done... What's this? I'm following up as you inquired. Your client's very keen. All right. Don't be too eager here, Asazi. Could be decent, though. Could be decent. I think we need to get our priority positions in first. Luke's fighting a cold, going to a busy day with work, but other than that, you're all right. If you're getting ready for your work day, Luke, where are you based? Are you stateside, Luke? Offers made, offers made, offers made. Everybody's after this rubbish under-19s goalkeeper coach. You are welcome. Okay, we should be finding out about these 16 players today, I think. Come on. What do we got? Okay. Regon. Goalkeeper, agility 9. No, thank you. You're on the West Coast, so it's 6:45. I'm so jealous. Luke, I think we talked about how jealous. Yeah, in the UK, we don't call it the West Coast. We call it Wales. I knew what you meant. I've asked you this before then, Luke. So tell me, where am I? Are you up in Oregon? Is that right, or am I making things up? Are you right up in the north? I could be making things up. Jonathan Babber, who I'd like to sign purely so that I can call him Babs. I don't think that's a strong enough reason to sign a player in Football Manager, but I would like to call him Babs. You are in Oregon. Hang on, Luke. Hang on. That's me remembering things here. Oh, are you the Timbers fan, Luke, as well, by the way? Did we talk about Timber Joey? I would love to go and watch Portland play. Furthest north I've been is San Francisco. Yeah, that's it. The Timbers. I thought so, Luke. I thought so. God, early start for you today then. 6:45 in the morning. What's our workday involved, Luke? Where are we off to? What are we getting done? I actually like Jonathan Babs because I like his agility. Let's make sure Babs is on this shortlist then. Sorry, by the way, as we add him indefinitely, so I'll get reports on him forever. Dumas. Oh, there's a player. Jean-Luc Dumas. Centre half, though, isn't it, really? We're not playing that at right back. Although, as a defend, I guess. Trouble with the old injuries. Oh, goodness me, he does as well, doesn't he? Has he ever had a biggie? Nah, it's all pretty minor stuff, isn't it? 4 weeks for a twisted ankle. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Just saw the Wikipedia of the utility player, and it's interesting, as the United and City stint was as a youth player. Sadly, he's a free agent this season. He could be playing for Red Star Paris before he knows it. I do like Jean-Luc Dumas as well. Okay. Hassan. Mo Hassan. Is he the Lebanese player? He is. You're not making it, are you, Hassan? Sorry. Here we go, though. Trezor Philankembo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that one heck of a midfielder there? Dumas, Tajung, you are absolutely right. Dumas is good. I'd like to get him in. I'd also like to get Philankembo in. Look how aggressive he is as well. Urgh, Tiger. Leader as well. Determined. Decisions. What did the old agent say then? Can't remember. And he's got fabulous hair, which is a good point well made. It's a good point well made. Hair adds attributes. We know that. Osvaldo Bastillo. Looks good. I want to bring in another centre-back. And it's Dumas or Bastillo. I'm going to say no to Jesus number 1. You never say no to Jesus, but I'm saying no to Jesus number 1. Estevez. Goalkeeper with agility of 15. Don't hate it. Eccentricity of 1. No, will never save a penalty in his life. Gregory Longlow. Not really looking for a left winger, but not disastrous. JB, Joshua Bono. all right as a backup. If he'd come in for 500 nicker a week, we might. Gregory Sutter. Not going to work hard enough for me, are you, Suts? You're not. Sorry, I've been missing some messages here as well. Llama, might be a confusing question, but had you made a custom shortlist for players you are considering? No, never. Never. Just bang them all on the same shortlist. It's got over 1,000 names on it. Might be worth making. It might be. That would require a level of mental dexterity that I rarely bring to the street. Welcome in, Evo Illustration. Dumas also does sound a bit like a Judas. Put those clues together well there. Done. If you don't sign Bermudo, you're leaving again. If I can get him in for any kind of reasonable fee at all, I'll do it. Luke Hall. You work in what is called onboarding. Our recruitment department gives you a list of people that are hired. We get them ready for either training or to start the job. That sounds all right, that. Today, though, we're at the tail end of onboarding a roster of 500 people. Sounds busy. No suitors for Suitor. Absolutely not. Amnesty International. No, not what we're looking for. Son. Frankie Mason. No, Frank. Apologies. Abubakar Koulibaly. Nice. Concentration. Disturbing. Gets on the shortlist with the other 2,000 people. Suguru Doi. No. No. Lucas Clerk. Benjamin, you like Lucas Clerk, isn't it? Tell you what as well. Oh, there's a player deep in there somewhere. If only he could pass. There we go. On the shortlist. He's not to do with me, is he? Okay. Okay. So what do we want to try and action then? Now, so I really want to go for Phil and Kembo, but we don't need a central midfielder. We need a right back and a right winger. And I'd really like to go for Dumas as well, but we don't need a centre half. So powder stays dry. We've got a couple of days. Oh, just one day actually. Play forward one day. Oh, and we'll see what happens. Harmony Akwumbo. That's okay. Don't worry. All right. Following up on your interest. My client is still interested. He'd look forward to the chance of maybe getting some playing time. You would get that in spades, Jesus. Spades. Oh, there we go. Look, we know enough about him now, don't we? Okay. So, how do we see what he's like? Oh, can't. Why can't I have a look at what an advanced forward would need? Inconsistent. That always troubles me in a striker. Incredibly quick. Decent off the ball. Good dribble, good finish, good first touch. It just looks delicious. If we let him go back out, maybe he'll lower his demands. Don't want to go too early on him. Oh, I wish we had some more money. Look at all of these people on my shortlist. These are from when I was at Kingstonian. I don't care about these people. The amount of clicking I have to do. Jonathan Gomez. I really want to sign Jonathan Gomez. His tackling's not great, is it? Okay. I think I know who I want, though. Landa Arenal. Oh, I did say 10 was the cut-off point. The acceleration doesn't quite get there, but... Oh, he looks okay. Do you know what? I'd prefer him as a centre-half. Can't play there. I prefer him as a midfielder. Oh, Is it too late at 26 to train him to be a midfielder? Oh, he's got to go on the shortlist. He's got to. Robert Quasi-Grok. So, Robert. Okay, Vidovic, you're having a joke. 7.5k. Oh, no, you are quite good, actually. Oh, goodness me, he's so fast. Oh, yeah, I want that in the team. Potential to be a decent leaguer. Oh. Why do you want 7.5 grand? He's already on the shortlist. Okay. Juan Pablo. Another. Decent. We've got options at right back. Okay. Poch. Oh, these are all gems. I wish I had some money. Gomez still good though. Jesus, Gomez. So many players I'd love to bring in. Oh. By the way, it says he's not as good as Bonnie. Find that hard to believe. I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. Orgiacoli? He's good as well. Okay. I'm going to do my best to bring some of these players in. Javier Perez, no. And then just straight up Jesus. Only named him once. Jesus is good. Don't really want a left footer on the right, but... Oh, goodness me. There is so much work to do. I think I'm going to be able to get more than 2 of them in. Maybe I can only probably get 1 of them in the wages they're asking for. I need to get people out. Sign them all up with IOUs and just kick it down that, yeah. I need to get some out. I need to get a couple of these players out. I need to get a fee for them. I need to switch that fee over to the wage budget. And then I need to go and get us some players. My priorities would be, I would like to sign. I'd like to get Dumas as centre-back. And I'm kind of wishing that I didn't already have Nino Godin, because I think I went too early on him. What I need is someone to go for a star with cash, and I don't have any stars to try and flog, really, Benjamin. I don't have that big name that could fetch a lot of money. I mean, Johan Bonny, but I don't want to let him go. I want to get in Bermudo. I want to get in Vidovic. I want to get in Phil and Kembo. I want to get in Gomez. And maybe Arundel. Maybe Asazi because he's cheap. And I want to get Dumas. Goodness me. I've got a busy weekend ahead of me. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend. By the way, I've got a lot of actual work to do this weekend. I shouldn't just be sat around doing pre-season with Parry. But I think I'm going to be doing lots of it. Thank you, Bugsy Benjamin. I tell you what, Bugsy would free up a bit of wage budget as well. It's a good point, Benjamin. It's worth considering. Anyway, thank you everybody for spending the afternoon with me. I hope you all have wonderful weekends. We will be back Monday, 1 till 3 UK time. Love to see you, whatever that time is in your part of the world. Have some fun. Play some Football Manager. If you can find any real-life football, enjoy it. And we will see you on Monday when I'm going to put a squad together and we're going to start working out whether it is in any way capable of playing at this new higher level.